single parenting and dating, well, of course, there will be some. And so, but I think it needs to be guarded, that above all things, we have to guard our children.
I had a relationship where I involved him very early and integrated him in the relationship very early. And since that relationship, I would say in my next relationship, I wouldn't involve him until it's like a very well-established relationship that I know it's going to go somewhere further.
I was raised by a single mom and didn't have a father figure around, so it was really important for me to have male role models in my life. So from the perspective that I think it's good that people date would be someone who holds the same values as the person that you're with, and someone who can raise your children in the same way that you would, so that there's not a competition.
When he was younger, I would let him just come with me wherever. First dates, I would, of course, not bring him, but if I were gonna continue to date the person, then he would be right there with me. Not on our dates, but that person would be around him when we're together.
Would you consider dating another single parent because you're a single parent yourself?
Oh yeah, well, I've thought about this recently, that I think it's very hard. The more you do it as a parent, the more you realize it's almost impossible to date anyone who's not a parent, because they just don't get it. They have different expectations about your availability and your time, and when they make themselves available to you relative to when you are available, they often don't understand how valuable your time is when it's free. And so it just changes all those equations.
I have not dated much since the divorce. I've dated 3 girls. And when I say dated, I use it more as, I don't really date if either I'm in or I'm out. It's hot or it's cold.
I also think that it's not worth dating unless you know that you're serious about the person as far as marriage and things like that, because at that point you're not dating just for fun, you're dating because you're looking for a life partner, somebody who can help you with raising your kids. So I think the dynamics of dating as a single parent is significantly different than a person without kids. I think the criteria is totally different.
Potential partner, it just depends on the person. If I can't introduce that person quickly and they make an effort to get to know my kid, then they're not worth my time.
Your child is number one, and so, if you're thinking about anything long-term, obviously you're thinking about whether that other person would be nice to your child, whether your child would like that person, and if it's someone you'd want to have around your child.
As far as dating, I haven't really had an issue with introducing my kids to who I date, but I will not introduce them unless I know that it's going to go beyond the surface, dating.
But when you're talking about single parenting and dating, it's a very narrow road to go on, and I really believe that the parents have to be especially careful to guard them and to protect themselves.